From those humble fields in Bethlehem, we jump to a completely different scene. The opulent, complex, maybe even dangerous royal court in the book of Esther.
A world away, really. And here, a terrifying plot against God's people starts to unfold.
It centers around Haman, right?
Yeah.
And his rage towards Mordecai.
Yeah, Haman becomes absolutely furious. Some Bible scholars suggest Haman demanded this extreme deference, and Mordecai refusing to bow or give that kind of honor.
It wasn't just disrespect, it was seen as something more.
Potentially. Haman might have seen it as a direct challenge to his authority, maybe even refusing him the kind of honor he felt he deserved, almost like a form of worship in that cultural context.
And this personal anger escalates massively.
Oh, completely. It blows up into this horrifying plan for the total annihilation, the genocide of all the Jewish people across the entire Persian Empire. The threat was incredibly real and deadly serious.
Wow. And right in the middle of this, you have Esther. She's queen, uniquely positioned.
Exactly. And Mordecai puts that profound question to her, doesn't he? Could it be that you've come to this royal position for such a time as this?
It really frames the moment, highlighting that maybe, just maybe, there's a divine purpose in her being there right then.
Facing a crisis like that, well, it obviously needed bold action. But what the sources really emphasize is that Esther and Mordecai knew. They knew their part was important, but success ultimately depended on God's intervention.
They couldn't do it alone.
No way. As favorite authors and Bible texts and scholars point out, Esther didn't just rush in. She called for fasting. She took time for communion with God. She understood her real strength wasn't her beauty or her title,
but her connection to God.
Precisely. Especially facing that kind of risk, going before the king uninvited could mean death.
And then we see these turning points. Things that look like coincidences, maybe. Esther goes before the king, finds favor.
Against the odds, yeah. And that sets in motion the events leading to the eventual remarkable deliverance of her people from Haman's wicked plot. It's an incredible turnaround.
So what's the big lesson here, looking back?
I think the powerful takeaway, especially reading commentary, is that God is always present, always working in human history. Even when his hand isn't, dramatically obvious.
Like a hidden hand?
Kinda, yeah. Guiding events, subtly moving things towards his ultimate purpose, resolving the whole problem of sin and suffering in the grand scheme of things.